Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Sarab K, is what I call it. If you guys know any better names, because that's just too clean. It's basically just my name and my initial in it. But anyways, thank you for tuning in again. If you're new here, make sure to like, make sure to subscribe. 320 subs already, guys, and I appreciate all the support as always. I know I say it all the time, but I'll never get tired of thanking all you lot for all the support that you've been showing me on all my videos and all my social media platforms, and it's very much appreciated to anyone that even interacts with me on social media and stuff like that. But I want to talk about something today, and it's something I need to get off my chest as well, and something that I want to talk to you guys about, and that's Trent Alexander Arnold looks set to join Real Madrid. Now, you might be asking, why am I making this video, and what's the need to make this video when he has still a couple of months left on his contract and there's still potential of him signing a new deal? Those things are also very, very true. Trent could end up staying at Liverpool and he could be a Liverpool player next season. But what really caught my main attention was I was scrolling on Twitter and somebody told me actually to go and check Fabrizio Romano's, his page. Not Twitter, X, is what you call it on it. He told me to go check Fabrizio Romano's page on X, and I went on it, and the pinned tweet was a tweet which read, I get it up for you right now. I'll read the tweet to you. And this is what really kind of got me a bit going. So this tweet was actually posted on the 22nd of March 2024. And it read, Real Madrid are monitoring Trent Alexander-Arnold's contract situation at Liverpool. Current deal expires in June 2025. So the June that's coming up now. This was posted before even June 2024. With no talks underway as of now. Liverpool have not indicated any desire to sell at this stage. There's no indication of the players' views so far. Now, that was posted last year. And coming up to 1 year now. Now, a lot can change in that time, but what we know is that Trent has not signed a new contract. His contract from then to now has got even shorter, so he's got a shorter space of time left on his current deal. And the talk of Real Madrid is getting louder. And we kind of did see in January, Real Madrid did put bids in for Trent Alexander-Arnold. Liverpool just completely shut it off because they simply weren't interested in losing a player of his quality in that time of the season, especially when at that time Liverpool were going for the Premier League, Champions League, FA Cup and League Cup. A quad was still on for Liverpool. Obviously, the FA Cup, they're not in anymore, but the other three are still very, very, very doable. What I'm trying to say is it's not looking very, very, it's not looking very, very promising for any Liverpool supporter that hopes Trent Alexander-Arnold signs that kind of new contract at Liverpool. Now, I'm a believer and I always support my players and I always support people that play for Liverpool Football Club, but it just does not look likely that he will be a player at Liverpool next season. And I'm seeing all these reports, etc. And for addition, posted a nice tweet as well. Well, not nice tweet from a Spanish source, which is also followed by Romano. It said Real Madrid are no longer just optimistic about signing Trent Alexander-Arnold, but see it as a firm thing. Now, the illusion I got from that was that Real Madrid are almost certain that Trent Alexander-Arnold will sign a contract at Liverpool. There's also been tweets where he's rejected a 4-year deal at Liverpool, and it just isn't looking very, very, interesting for him from the reports. And now, this is all speculation, and it will be speculation until he signs a pen to paper for either Liverpool or Real Madrid. And that is what I'm trying to, allude at, that if Trent Alexander-Arnold does leave Liverpool and goes to Real Madrid, Liverpool fans are going to jump on his back. I know that he's a Scouser. It means more to play for this club. It's a dream of so many Scousers and Liverpool supporters to play for Liverpool. You look at Harvey Elliott, how he talks about the club, Curtis Jones, Steven Gerrard, etc., etc., etc. Trent is in that mold. He's a player that's come from the academy, brought through by Liverpool, and maybe Liverpool supporters will feel like he owes them back. Liverpool put him on the map. Liverpool gave him the opportunity to go and succeed. And he's leaving for free. And I completely get that whole idea of, he has to give something back to the club. Just maybe sign a 2-year deal, then leave after your first year, whatever. It's just to get some money for him. But what I will say to that is he's not going to, Manchester. And I'm not going to defend anybody. I'm just going to give you my opinion. You may disagree, and that's fine. He's not going to Manchester City. He's not going to Manchester United. He's not going to Arsenal. it's not money motivated for Trent Alexander Arnold, but otherwise he'd sign the Liverpool contract. If it was that, I'm sure Liverpool would be giving him figures. And if he wants more than what's been reported, then fine, then I can accept that. But from what I think it is, it's not money motivated, especially when you're going to Real Madrid. How many players in the past have made moves to Real Madrid and Barcelona? You look at Suarez, Michael Owen, Steve McManaman, etc., etc. Philippe Coutinho, another quite recent example. So many players that leave Liverpool to go on to Barcelona and Real Madrid. And some of them work, some of them don't. But the point I'm trying to make is he's not going to a club that's not ambition. No, they don't win anything. He's not going to a club that showed no ambition, and he's not going to a club which won't compete for the titles that we're competing for, and maybe even more. Real Madrid have won 2 of the last 3 Champions Leagues. They've won 10 odd Champions Leagues in the last couple of years. Or no, not 10, obviously. They won the 3 in a row. They won 2014 Champions League. They won the 2016 Champions League, 2017 Champions League, 2018 Champions League, 2022 Champions League, and 2024 Champions League. That's 6 Champions Leagues since 2014. That's absurd. That's genuinely absurd. Like, realistically, that is insane. No club in European football can compete with that. The finances, the size of the club, the players they're able to attract. You look at some of the players that Real Madrid have, like Kylian Mbappe, Vinicius Jr., Luka Modric, one of the older boys, but still a real top midfield player. Obviously now he's got Jude Bellingham there, and we know how close Trent and Jude Bellingham are, especially we've seen it on international duty. But of course, that's going to play a factor. If somebody that you're really close with is at a club and the club is after you and are showing you that they really want you, and Real Madrid are in need of a fullback. Carvajal's not getting any younger. They haven't really got anyone that can come in for him. So this makes sense on a free transfer for Real Madrid. And look, I'm not going to jump on Trent's back and call him a snake and call him this and that, because I'm not that type of supporter. And it will be sad to see him leave Liverpool. And it does look likely that he will leave. But for me, it's not really about calling him all these names and throwing abuse at him, because I think that's unfair. I will never abuse any single footballer. It's just not in my nature to do so. And I think whatever his decision is, whether that's to go to Real Madrid or stay at Liverpool, I think Liverpool fans, it will take time for a load of Liverpool fans to accept him moving on. And I can completely accept that. But if this is a move for the betterment of his career, that he's going to win more at Real Madrid, because he will win more at Real Madrid. He will win the Champions League again. He will win the La Liga. He will win Copa del Reyes. And I'm sure he will be one of the star-studded players at international level as well, because that kind of Real Madrid moves gives you that kind of, puts you on the map kind of, identity. And I'm not saying Liverpool are not that, but we have to, every head must bow, and everyone has to admit that Real Madrid are the biggest football club in the world. They are the largest institution. They have the best players and make the most money, and that's why they are where they are. That's why they're able to bounce back from any sort of adversity that they've had in the last couple of years, especially when they've lost Cristiano Ronaldo. They had to go on a whole reset, but again, they bounced back from that, and they've brought in younger players, Jude Bellingham, Rodrigo, Vinicius Jr. over the last couple of years, alongside the experience of Antonio Rudiger brought in from Chelsea. Thibaut Courtois was a bit younger when they signed him, but not really that young. They've obviously have, Valverde in there as well. Rodrigo, I mentioned before as well. They've got a really good team, Real Madrid. And obviously they wanted Alphonso Davies. He decided to stay at, Bayern Munich and sign a new contract, but they're getting Trent Alexander Arnold. And do I want it to be true? Absolutely not. Do I want Trent Alexander Arnold to stay at Liverpool? Yes, because I believe what he possesses in possession is incredible. I've not seen a right back that can play football as good as Trent Alexander Arnold ever. And that is a very bold statement, and a very, credit to him. But a credit to Trent Alexander Arnold of how effective he is in possession of the ball, and his ability to find players anywhere on the pitch, left foot, right foot. He's got a great ball. He's like having David Beckham at right back, and his set pieces, his free kicks, he's got it all, Trent. Maybe the defensive work is what comes to attention a lot more, especially after, the week when he got dribbled on the weekend, when he got dribbled quite a few times by Jeremy Doku. But what he gives you in possession is incredible. His technical security, his ball potential, or how he retains the ball so well, it's incredible. And credit when credit's due. And, some optimism against Aston Villa when Trent got the goal to give Liverpool a 2-2. He did do this to the badge, and maybe I'm just kind of highlighting it and trying to believe something that's maybe not as clear as what it could be. But I'm still going to stay optimistic, and I want it to be true that he stays at Liverpool. I want him to stay, and I want him to do well for this football club, and he will be a future captain, I'm sure, because he's a Scouser. He knows what it means to play for this football club. He's been there, he's done that. He lived very, very close to Melwood, and he's been there for so long. And I think nobody knows the identity of the club better than Trent Alexander Arnold, somebody that's been brought up in the nature of the football club. We've got a few of them now. Obviously, Curtis Jones, Conor Bradley's come through the academy as well. Jarrell Kwanzaa, but Trent is the most experienced one out of all of these players. He's played the most football. He's made 200 odd appearances, 250 odd appearances for Liverpool. It's a record for a player of that age to do that at Liverpool Football Club, and it just shows how incredible he's been for us over the last 8 or so years. But hopefully this contract situation can be put to bed, whether he's staying, whether he's going. I just hope some clarity on the situation comes really, really quickly, because I know that this noise will not die down and it will keep on happening. Whether he's leaving, I don't think that's going to come out. If he's leaving, I don't think that's going to come out until after the season. But if he's staying and signing a new contract, I'd rather know, and I'm sure I speak for all Liverpool fans, they'd rather know sooner rather than later. Trent to join Real Madrid, I guess we'll find out in the next couple of months. It's a long road, but a road that hopefully leads to him signing the new deal at Liverpool Football Club. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next video.